Hello everyone and welcome to My Hobby Home. My name is Cathy. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am going to give you my updates for this past week. I really did not focus on a lot of things this week. I really focused on just, I think, maybe 3 or 4 little things this week. I'm trying to narrow down what I'm working on, and I will tell you what I have coming up. I don't really have a lot, but I will tell you what I do have. So first thing is first, my cross stitch. Now I am doing the Fat Quarter Shop's Star of Wonder stitch along. They do have a quilt along. All you have to do is go to Fat Quarter Shop. I will have their link down in the description for quick easy access. I am not an affiliate. They do not sponsor me. I'm just giving you this link so you can just click and go. But I am doing the Star of Wonder stitch along, and so far we have, I think, 4 releases. I've only got 3 of them done. I hope to be getting the 4th one done real soon, because our next one will come out on Tuesday, tomorrow. So this is where I am. This is my needle minder. This is not part of the cross stitch thing. It's just keeps my needle in place. This is where I am at now. We do have another pattern that throws another leaf in this area, you know, these 4 areas here, and then I think we will have something right there in the center as well. But right now this is as far as I've gotten, but I have technically caught up. I have the 4th release that I'm working on, and the 5th one has not come out yet. So technically, I'm caught up with this. I have the 4th week one to work, and there's not another one after that until tomorrow. But this here is my Star of Wonder. Again, I will have the link down in the description. If you want to check it out, you're more than welcome to just click that link and head on over there and see what they got going on. Check out the quilt along as well. I have been watching a few people that are doing the quilt along, and I'm going to kind of tag one of the people in my update. It is Shannon with Moody Girl Creates, I think is her link. I will have her down in the description also, but she's doing the quilt along. So I'm doing the stitch along, she's doing the quilt along. You can go check and see what the pattern is looking like. I'm thinking she's doing the quilt along. I think I saw her have a video with it. So let me just show you what I have done. That's what I've completed cross stitch wise this week. I haven't started anything else. I do still have my reindeer. I haven't worked on it this week because I've been trying to catch up on my Star of Wonder. But quilting wise, you have seen my sew alongs, and if you haven't, they will be the videos that came out Saturday and Sunday. I am, let me see if I can find these here real quick. The part that I'm on now is sashing, and I have got my sashings on one side. I think I had these turned opposite directions so I could start putting them together. And I think this is one row that I have put together. I haven't opened it up and looked at it. Y'all have not seen this yet. I always try to do a test before I do it on camera, just to make sure there's not, well, not always. I don't always do that. Sometimes I go in there completely blind, y'all, and y'all see me trying to figure it out. But that is how I'm doing my strips. I'm just going in and just sewing. I think I have them laid here where they're separated. I think I have the number, you know, like these with the sashings here, and then these have the sashings over here, and then these have, I think I have them separated like that. So next we will, this Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Time, I will be putting those together. The sashings are already there, but I need to put them together and then attach those rows to make a larger quilt. I do have my long sashing. This is my long sashing here that goes between the rows. I have that. That's all cut out, waiting to do that. So, but next week we will be making our rows. This next thing, oh, and before I head on, this is a sew along that I am doing. I do have a Facebook group if you would be interested in just checking out the Facebook group. You do have to go in and click to join. I do have to approve your join. Just to let you know, I normally approve requests within 24 hours. I did notice over the weekend I had some that were 2 days old. Just to let y'all know, I did not have access to my Facebook. Not that something had hacked it or anything. It wasn't that. I was not getting my notifications. So I did not know anyone had requested until I went straight to my Facebook group, and I do that here at home on my office computer. It's a PC, and it's easier for me to go into that group on my PC than it is on my phone. Normally on my phone I just get the notifications. That's normally how I approve everyone. But if you would like to join, feel free. You do not have to join in any of the sew-alongs. You can come along just to see what is going on. Right now we do have the 2 sew-alongs going on, so that's the only thing that's being posted. There are 2 posts out there right now, and that should be the only thing commented on right now. Anything to do with the Silverstone, which that's what this one is. This is the Robert Kaufman Silverstone. Anything to do with the Silverstone, you'll need to comment or underneath that. Anything to do with Grandma's scrap quilt, you need to put it under that. So right now, that's the only 2 things that we have going on with that. And talking about Grandma's scrap quilt. Now, y'all, I'm just going to say, a lot of times I call it Grandma's scrappy quilt. It's not a scrap. It's not scrappy. It's Grandma's scrap quilt. But I think it is a great pattern for a scrappy quilt. Now, I will have the links for the Robert Kaufman Silverstone because it is a free pattern out there. I will have it also in the description. Grandma's scrap quilt, I will also have that link down in the description. It is also a free pattern online, so I'm not giving you guys anything that is not out there free already. Let's see, I think what you guys saw Sunday morning was I had all of my 7.5 inch squares cut into 2 diagonals. So I have triangles, 4 triangles of each fabric, and these are my darks. The ones I showed you first are my lights. So that is how far I had gotten on Sunday morning in the video. And I had showed y'all, I had all of my 6, because the last video I didn't have my 6.5 inches cut. There's my 6.5 inches blocks cut. I do have all of my 9 patches now. I did the black and the blue there. I really like these colors. So I have enough 9 patches, and I did go backwards. I should have done my hourglasses first and then my 9 patches second, but I did my 9 patches first. That's okay. But I did do a test block of my hourglass, And this is how it is. It looks like the point comes together really well. So, but I will have to be very careful with this. I think it's going to be pretty easy. So, Saturday, when I say, nope, Saturday is Silverstone. Sunday, when I see you guys Sunday, we will be working on the hourglass blocks. And I'm going to go on and just sew all of them at one time, and then I'm going to start assembling my quilt. And I do want to say that I did notice in this pattern that the 9 patches show all of the outside blocks being the light color, and that like this, like we have that outside is light, the inside is the dark. I'm not doing that because I'm not wasting that other fabric. So I'm doing one with light on the outside and one with dark on the outside. So it's gonna, I guess it's gonna make it look kind of scrappy, which is fine with me. But this is called Grandma's Scrap Quilt. That is the other thing that, if you've been watching, you will have seen that. If not, and this is the first video you have come across, thank you so much. I do appreciate you coming and checking out, see what I've got going on. I don't know, I guess you could call me a hot mess quilter. I've got a hot mess going on in here. Not really. It is organized. That's how I organize. These are all projects in these bins. These are, well, that's finished items that I need to quilt. These are my scrap bins over here that I make string quilts out of. So, and this is like all of my pre-cuts. These are my, I think I've got jelly rolls. I can't really tell. I think that's jelly rolls, bundles, fat quarters, and charm packs. I got charm packs down here. And it's like charm packs right here, loose fat quarters there, and these are my binders. I'm pretty organized. That's the only reason I can do this like I do, to have so many projects going at one time. I do have a lot going on. Right now, the only thing that I focused on was these 2 quilts this week, along with my pressed flowers. This is a fat, now I know you can't really see, but this is a fat quarter shop quilt along. This was the, I guess, 2023 quilt along. It was last year's quilt along. This year is the Peaceful Baskets, but I have got all of my rows put together on this. So now all I have to do is attach the rows together, and it will be ready to go to the long arm. So let's see, that's my pressed flowers. Well, I'll put them together and I'll put the border on it. I think I have a border, and then I will carry it and have it long armed, and then I will bind it. The next thing I have is my Peaceful Baskets. This is another fat quarter shop pattern quilt along. Their subscription box, I got my subscription box, I think, on Monday. And yeah, when I get that box, it's just so hard for me not to go on and do this pattern. It's almost like I get it, and sometimes I can hold off to the weekend, but sometimes I just really want to get it done. But I saw this pattern here, and I love it. I love those 2 little 9 patches right here. These right here, this one here, and this one over here. I think those are so pretty up in there. But that is my Peaceful Baskets. I'm putting it back in my thing here. And if you want to see how I do this, I will show you all of my fabric. See, all of my fabric is in here. These are like strips here. Well, no, these are fat quarters. These are fabric pieces, and these are completed blocks there. I just fold them up to where they stay in there so much easier. So now, what's on my plate? Okay, this week I have my poppy cotton quilt. I did not get to this week, or last week. I didn't get to it last week, but let's see. This is the barn. I hope to be doing this one, the little barn. I hope to be doing that this week. I hope to be doing it. It does have templates, and y'all know templates and me just don't get along. I think I'm going to do some of the adhesive glue that I got and stick it down to my fabric. I think that may work. But last time I think I put too much glue and it didn't want to let go of the fabric. So I have the poppy cotton. Then also Wild West, the clues I think were shipped out 25th, 26th are the boxes. Mine, I did pay for all of mine at one time. The clues are in an evidence locker. I am not able to get into mine. I never received the email to set up an account to the evidence locker. And only option it gives me is to sign in. I can't sign in because I don't have a password. So, and every time I try to set it up to do a password, it won't let, it does not give me that option. The only option is to log in. It doesn't say forgot password. It doesn't say create account. I don't have any of that. So I do have an email in to customer service or customer support to see if they can help me get into it. Maybe send me the email so I can set my account up. So I will be doing Wild West hopefully this week. I hope to get that one this week. Y'all excuse me, my nose is itching there. We do have another clue for Tree of Life coming out. Should mail around the 2nd. I think around the 2nd is normally when that one mails. It may mail that Friday. Somewhere close to the 2nd. The Friday that's close to the 2nd. So we have the Tree of Life. We have Wild West. I have Poppy Cotton. Then I have the 2 quilts that I have here to do. So that's the Silverstone and Grandma's Scrap Quilt. That's a lot. It just dawned on me that that's a lot that I have going on. I am going to try to work on my pressed flowers and get that completed. I may not get it completed. I may just get the rows put together. Maybe not completed, but that's the idea. That's the plan. I do have to work all week, so yeah. And when I have to work all week, and this week I'm going to tell you I have nothing pre-recorded. The video you're watching right now was recorded yesterday, and so yeah, I'm not pre-recorded right now for a lot of stuff. Well, everything is pre-recorded, but I'm not in advance. I'm one day ahead right now. So, I have a lot going on right now. I did release another video on my Eat to Live channel. So, if y'all are interested in that, I will put the link down in the description. If y'all just want to go check it out, all that channel is just my journey. My husband and I have recently found out that we have high metal toxicity, which he works in a plant that deals with that. So there's really no way for him to avoid it. And I think they called what I have as transference. Because he works there, I have it too, because it rides on his skin. So we're having to go through a detox. we're trying to get the heavy metals out of our system. It has caused my husband a lot of memory issues, attention span issues, and it could be part of my issue too, but so this is our journey going to more Whole Foods. The video that I released this past week is telling you, you know, what you can find at your local store that you might not have thought of. You know, we're trying to do no sugar at all, and I've been trying to do that, and I'm just going to be honest with y'all. I failed miserably today. Miserably. I had Coke. I have not had Coke in a while, but my husband and I decided to go to the movies. We have not gone to the movies in a very long time, and we decided to catch a matinee, and I had Coke and popcorn. I can't go to the movies without getting Coke and popcorn. But the funny thing was, normally we get a large popcorn between the two of us. It's gone by the end of the movie. We only ate like half of the thing of popcorn, and now my Coke, it was gone. It was gone. So that's a start over on the no sugar, but I'm making sure to drink lots of water to help flush that out. But guys, if you are interested in that, what we are doing, it's kind of a keto. It's staying on a wholesome. Now, I don't do things with gases and alcohol of sugar. I don't do that. Anything OSC or TOL, I don't do it. You know, at the end of the word, like xylitol and what's the other ones? There's sucralose and all that stuff. I don't do any of that. But I do have an update on my garden. Now, it has been raining all last week. And actually this morning when we got up, it's Sunday. It's late in the evening Sunday. You can't even see light there. Yeah, it's late. It was even raining this morning when we got up. But this afternoon, after we came back from the movies, we went to the movies probably about 12:30. I mean, we went straight over there, and when it got out, we went and had lunch. So, a late lunch. And when we got home, I'm like, let's just check the garden. We got a tomato. We got one of the little, I don't know what they're called. They're little yellow tomatoes. I have the seed. I have the packet. They're golden tomatoes or something like that. They're yellow and they're shaped like a pear. We got one of those, and it was really good because I took a bite and I gave it to my husband and let him eat the rest of it. And they're tiny. They're like that long, maybe an inch long. So it was really good. I only got one pot of okra. Now, my okra plants are loving this rain. Now my bed is only, I think, 12 to 18 inches tall, maybe 12 inches tall. And the plant's as tall as I am, and I'm 5'2". I'm very short. But yeah, those plants are really, you know, at least 4 feet tall now. And my asparagus bed, I was able to pick a piece of asparagus out of my bed, and I took a bite out of it and gave it to my husband. Yeah, we eat things straight out the garden, right out there. When I got to my strawberries, I had 2 strawberries, but there was a big old grasshopper in it, eating on it. And I told my husband, we got to kill it. We got to kill it. And, oh, we had a tomato hornworm. I guess they're called hornworms. Those green, long, big things. So we'll have the black light out there tonight getting those because they shine in the black light. They'll reflect in the black light. So we're going to be getting rid of all of those because we know there's another one out there because there was another plant that the top had been eaten out of. So we got to get rid of those. I told you my asparagus. My asparagus bed is looking beautiful. The cucumbers, I still left those plants in the beds to kind of shade the new plants that I've planted seeds or waiting for germination. But we're to have like 100-degree days this week. So I left the other cucumber plants in there to kind of shade it so the seeds don't get burned in the ground there. But I had planted some purple basil, which that has already started germinating. I planted marigolds, that's already germinated, and I planted zinnias. Those have already germinated. We have a really long growing season here in North Louisiana. I can grow, like okra, I can grow that until November. We really don't have cold weather. We don't get below 50 degrees until like January. So I have a really long growing season. I can plant garlic though in November and it still be okay. But so for my okra, that's all going. I have chives doing really well. I have shampoo ginger. I've never had that bloom, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I've had it for several years now. So I don't know. I've had, well, maybe not several years. I've probably only had it 2 years, but it's looking good. But tonight I harvested, or today I harvested some, I can't think of what they're called now, some peppers from here, Tabasco peppers. I harvested, it was only 3 of them. So I harvested 3 Tabasco peppers. I harvested some rosemary. I harvested more basil. I did harvest some Tulsi basil also. So I've got Tulsi basil, sweet basil, oregano, rosemary, chives. I've got all of that in my freeze dryer right now. I went on and put it all in there because out of my sweet basil, I am going to make basil salt. So that's exciting. Tomorrow evening when I come in from work, or when you're seeing this, I will be pulling that out of my freeze dryer and I will be making basil salt out of that. I do hope to be bringing more food videos, but they're all going to be over on my Eat to Live channel. So if you're interested, the link will be down in the description. This is what I have going on this last week and what'll be going on next week. I will be working on my Star of Wonder again next week. We will be coming together Saturday and Sunday. I say next week, of this week. We will be coming together Saturday and Sunday of this week for the Silverstone and Grandma's Scrap Quilt. We will have Tree of Life. We will have Wild West. We will have Poppy Cotton. And who else? Who knows what else? I don't know. This week, I'm just going to sew to my heart's content. Just whatever I feel like doing when I come in the evening, I'll pull it out and work on it. May bring you along. I may not. It may end up where I'm doing an update and showing you a finished piece and y'all never knew it was going on. I try not to do that though. I like bringing y'all along with me on. This is still my quilting journey. I've only been quilting for a little over a year. June, the beginning of June was my first quilt. June 2023 was the first quilt I ever made. And since then, I can't stop. I'm addicted. So guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to come and see what I've got going on. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I hope this gives you a little bit of inspiration. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I do respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Goodbye.